Hello there. It's the 4th of July. Hello there, you say. Today I'm going to talk about something I frankly don't want to talk about. It's even if it's the weather. Gosh, how much a comet changes things. That's in my initial forecast. Yes, we did get some more rain than anticipated, but down in Europe it's drying out big time. So I'm not going to make any adjustments to that, other than this is work in progress, and I tell you, summer forecasts are a bit different to deal with than winter forecast. So there's still some stuff to figure out. But if I didn't share my results with you, I likely wouldn't have been going so deep into this to begin with. So before I continue, I just have to make all kinds of... I'm not a scientist or an astronomer. I'm not a meteorologist. I am none of the above, though I've taken great interest in those topics over the years through the Professor James McCanney, on which I lean on a lot when making my predictions. And of course, I factor in the Milky Way and what comes in from there to kind of measure how much water we get, actually. It seems like, at present date. About me, I consider myself an artist since a very young age, who never took school too serious because I thought there was too much bullcrap being taught, and yeah, my head was just not there. My head was in the arts, drawing and later music, and other creative endeavors. I've published, self-published, self-cost, several magazines or fanzines, I would say. No books as of yet, but one day when maybe I get some peace of mind, I can sit down and start typing out some words. Okay, so now you know who you are dealing with, and you have to take it up with yourself, insofar how much you want to, maybe I'll scratch your credulity now, and I am certainly not the right person to do this. I wish there was more educated people being on the balls on these topics. It seems there isn't. So I might be wrong. I might be very wrong. That would be very nice. So many times in my life I would love to be wrong. But I keep making this forecast because I see there's a lot of things I get correct, and I factor in planets, moon, comets, and the Milky Way in this. They're making electrical connections, and you need to buy the books from James McCanney to get into that, because I'm not that guy. That's but I got the best education. Go check out his weekly podcast and his archives, everything. I think you're just gonna love it if you're into these sorts of topics and many others besides. Yeah, it's gonna take some time. I hope the camera will bear with me, but I just need to make all these proclamations, I suppose, just to because what I'm gonna say is nothing nice. You see, Out there around Jupiter, there's a periodic comet called Tempel 2, and I don't think it's been known about for too many years, but it is recognized as one of a Jupiter belonging to Jupiter, and doesn't pose any immediate threat to Earth. If you're looking at the trajectory, it's very right, because it's not cutting into our orbit, and well, it's out there with Jupiter, and now it's on a big sojourn out beyond, out there to Mars. This is the ring of Mars where Mars is orbiting, and this is the trajectory of Tempel to Jupiter is way over there. On the opposite side of the solar system. I think actually it's actually over here, to be honest. This wind we are picking up the last week seems to it's put me on that notion, because Jupiter is known for its winds, and there's been a bit more than expected of late. This comet is tuned to Jupiter, so I was just postulating maybe it is, since in mechanics work Jupiter is considered a small star. Could it discharge towards Jupiter as well as towards the Sun? Could it develop two tails visible and two visible anti-tails? Just some questions in case some more experienced people or astronomers or people with access to equipment to study these things in depth. Maybe there's something you want to pick up here. I don't know. But here we go. So this is what a clean picture looks like. This is now date 7/8. It's 7th of August. This is around when it's gonna be roughest, but you see, thing is, Earth, Tempel 2, out there is Pluto that I talked about initially, and Mercury is also here, just due any of these days. As I said, usually this Pluto is very small and very far out, and Mercury is small and very quick on the inside of the solar system. So they usually, if you had statistics and looked it up, I betcha anytime we would cross into any of the planets' path and directly in front of the Sun, there's going to be statistic pickup in weather. That is for you statisticians to look at, actually. That you can go and look at historically. Are we crossing with any planets and the Sun? Is there a new moon passing? Is there a comet also in line? All these things are the factors that drive our weather. But they usually don't have much effect, these small and fast planets. And if it's a fast comet also, it usually doesn't have much it passes through so quickly you don't notice. We had this just a few months ago. I think it was one of the comets I was even commenting on. But what changed? What's gonna change the entire forecast from here on out? At least for I know from now and until all this is over. which is going to be when the rain starts, somewhere out in the middle of August. We're going to be in for a very hefty ride, I believe. Because you see, Tempel 2 is, let's pull up a different map. I found the full screen button. that was about time. Let's see. So I can show the whole picture and not show you all of my bars. There is the full screen button. It's nice when you find it out 7th of August. How it looks like in more, I guess, more clearly. Here we got Tempel, we got Venus. I think we should go back. It is August. Let's go back a month. 7th of July. That's just a few days off from now. And you see Mercury here and Earth and Tempel and Pluto. It's already started. I would say from the 11th we're gonna start charging up around Mercury, as we are catching up with the Tempel 2, which is on this trajectory here. And it's a slow moving comet, or it's at its slowest path in its trajectory, because it's coming around the sun, even though it's far out. So if it's in braking speed, so it's going to be a bit slower, and maybe it's going to pick up speed again when it gets out of this. 11th of July, 12th, 13th for sure we are discharging the Mercury. So now we are building up this electrical connection, which when Mercury moves out of its our way and clears between the sun, it dissipates typically, but maybe not so this time. As you see, we are then coming into closer to Tempel 2. So I think there's going to be some remains of the Mercury connection, and it's going to start building, just to take it from where we are here today, the 4th. The state has got a pretty big, significant storm ripping through the Midwest, and also saw out in the Pacific close to Guam what is already categorized as the most powerful storm of the season so far. Started to form, and gosh, didn't Guam get just madly ravaged this winter as well? I think there was a big storm just hovering over it. So my prayers and thoughts go out to the brave island people out there. But that's going to go into Asia and Vietnam, Korea eventually, and then it's going to build. And see, now we're going to 19th of July. So it's not. You always hope it just dissipates overnight and there's no residues, but I believe there are going to be some residues, and I think all the storm systems are from here on now is just going to pick up in strength incrementally, because as you see, this is a long passing. 22nd of July, are we in there? Are we in at 33? 4th. Now we are starting to connect with Pluto also. So, but not a lot of rain coming in. The effects of these connections are going to be felt in just really strong winds and storms, maybe some earthquakes. I wouldn't, or volcanoes, or any of that tsunamis. You just never know. if I was less sober, I could categorize this as at least near biblical proportions of this comet passing. And mind you, this is a known comet. But I didn't see this on the map earlier when I was making the initial forecast. This is something to do with the Sky Live site itself, because it seems to be so selective about when it, if it's going to display comets or which comet it's going to display. So anytime I can open a window where I find the comets, I tend to stick to it, because that's just you get into how we look at weather in this way. You understand this is very crucial. So anyway, 26th of July. We've still not even had this full connection with it, but I bet you we are gonna still, we're gonna definitely feel it, like in weather around this time, definitely. All this time here, and it's not, this is not an everyday occurrence that it just sojourns with us for weeks, actually. Near to 2 weeks, it will be like just in near, what is it called, Kasami, I think it's called when it's Kasimi. So this is why I'm making this update. I believe people need to see this, and as I say, at least we can call it a thought experiment. If life on this planet, politics and wars notwithstanding, but weather in general, just does its merry thing, it's summer as summer should be, or maybe according to what I forecasted, just a long dry summer with very little happening. It might be a long dry summer with a lot of things happening, and I think it's going to be a disaster for a lot of people, unfortunately. Can you see this? It sticks. This is 10th of August. Now we are starting to, now we overtook it. So we're starting to move out of the way. 14th of August, we're still in it. 19th, 23rd. Well, then the rain have started. Then the rain have started again, so that's a good thing, I suppose. But we just don't know how much infrastructure is going to be out of order. Are there going to be enough boots on the ground, as it were? Will people be taken care of? I don't know. This is going to be very severe. I think this is going to be very severe. So, and there's going to be more coming up later in the autumn. But I guess we'll deal with that then. This is plenty for now. And yeah, just now at least I made you aware of it. And again, you should get some good quality water filters. I've been tidying up here, and I found some spare ones I'm very happy about. Hopefully soon I'll have budget to invest in some fresh ones. But anyway, when I'm changing filters on the canister, I'll take you through it. I think you're going to learn something new, and you'll definitely see the practical usefulness in having your own gravity feed water filtering standing on your kitchen table. Giving water, not dependent on electricity. So for now, just go to the site jmccwaterfilters.com. There are the best filters on the planet, at least at the price. I've not tested all filters, but these and others I have, and these have been by far the strongest, no doubt. So go check that out. I'll see if I leave a link here in the description below. Otherwise, I'll see also if I can upload some screenshots from this encounter so you can study it in full, or you go online to the Sky Live and check that out. For now, this is me, Uno Fogal, signing out. Cheers.